All right, everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to The King's Speech. So like I promised a couple of days ago, we're getting caught up with the rest of the Shonen Jump chapters this weekend. So a couple of days ago, I got caught up with Kaiju, Gokuraga, a couple of chapters of Akane Banashi. So this weekend, we're getting caught up with two short Spy Family chapters, as well as the rest of Akane Banashi. Read-throughs are still going to be on break until at least the start of May, just because, like I mentioned, it is busy season for me. So I've been putting in a lot of overtime, so it's kind of hard to find time or energy right now to fully commit to doing videos for the channel. But when we get back to it, we will be getting back to it. There'll be a lot of good stuff coming your way. So if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned before, it really does mean a lot to me to see, that kind of support for this channel, especially during these busy, stressful times. So if you'd like to show your appreciation for, the work I do for my videos, would really, really greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, let us dive into it with Spy Family, chapter 96.2. You have a little special illustration, I assume because it's almost like the cherry blossom viewing season in Japan. So you got a little thing with Anya just all oh wow face, just watching the cherry blossom petals fall. Really, really pretty illustration. I really love it. But yeah, we have Spy Family Short Mission 13 by Totsuya Endo with translation by Casey Lowe, lettering by Arina Mappa. And you see as the family's heading out, Lloyd says, "Keep an eye on the place while we're away, Bond." And he's like, "Woof!" And as he's watching them outside the window, as he's looking out the window, you have, "There's some fish in the fridge, so maybe we'll have fish manure tonight." It's like, "Fish manure, ew!" Oh, and you see poor Bond just pacing back and forth as he's doing little rounds, and he goes with a flop as he takes a little nap with the sunshine. And you have a giant board SFX, and you have a biz, got a delivery. And you see him thinking back to Lloyd telling him, "You need to stay vigilant, Bond. The enemy could attempt entry by posing as a delivery man or the like." It's like, "Yes, no one's home." You tum 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 as the person's walking away. And you see oh. So you see his Bond just breathes out a sigh of relief. And you have he thinks back to Yor saying, "Dinner always tastes better after a hard day's work." And you see poor Bond going into the kitchen rustling through the cabinets, and he accidentally breaks a wine glass with a barf. He thinks back to Yor being like, "How could you, Bond? I'll kill you for that." He's like, "Whoa!" As he just goes, poor Bond goes and hides under Anya's bed covers. And as these poor boys shaking and shivering, he sees was a Penguin Man in the closet, just ominously glaring at him. And you see Uneasy. It's like, you murdered me." It's like she hears outside two old ladies chatting with, "She'll never be satisfied until she settles the score." It's like, he needs to pay for cheating on her. It's like, maybe we should settle this war. It's misheard. You have a doom. And he thinks back to when Anya made them both make up with their paws on each other with, "Now to seal the peace treaty." And he's like, "Woof, woof, woof, woof." He's like, "And I just forgive you?" And you see as a little tum-tum as Bond goes. Oh, poor Bond. You see him just going, grabbing some fish and, giving a little patoo as, a little peace offering in front of the penguin. And you have, "Waru, waru." Oh, man. And you see Bond's having a little PTSD flashbacks as he thinks back to, all the experiments and stuff that they're done on the dogs. They're, tied up to, various machines. And, how, beaten and bruised and, getting taken out. Oh, man. You see poor Bond just going, licking Penguin Man's wounds to make it feel better. Jeff, "So good to be home." It's like, "Anya, do you know what happened to the fish in the fridge?" It's like, "Huh? How would I know?" It's like, "Huh? The door's stuck." You have rattle, rattle. You have in Anya's room stank of fish for days. Oh. Alright, so it's kind of an odd chapter. I don't really know what to make of it. Because it's alright, yeah, it's amusing, Bond's kind of has the overreactive imagination where he's thinking about all this other bad stuff happening. But I also love the little cute little aspects of him thinking oh, how much he loves the family. He's thinking of yours being dinner always tastes better after a hard day's work, and he's trying to get stuff ready for preparation and things. That was really adorable. The Penguin Man stuff, it just felt out of place. It just felt like it came from a different story. It just didn't completely work for me with what Endo-san was going for. It felt like a way to put in the thing with Bond's flashback and like show like how much he's still got the trauma like around like what happened to him. But again, I'm being like, it's not that I don't appreciate like trying to touch on topics like this, like animal abuse, trauma, things like that. But I feel like this should have been something that was saved for like a more meatier story to give Bond some character development, rather than kind of like haphazardly shooing it in to a short story like this. Like I did love the little bits of like Bond going like even though the penguin's fake and everything, like him like licking the wounds to try to like make it feel better. I feel like that was really good. But this felt like something that needed like just a little bit more meat on the bones, so to speak. But yeah, you know what? It was fine for what it was. No big complaints there. So with all that said, I hope you all did enjoy this video. Like I mentioned, there's going to be a lot of great content coming your way this weekend. So if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.